Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Today I am going to present the topic Government Schemes for Agriculture. Before presentation I would like to introduce myself. I am Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. I have done M.Sc Agriculture with a specialization in Agronomy from JPSC Pant University of Agriculture and Technology, Pantnagar in 1996. So let's move to the presentation. First scheme is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched a pension scheme for the small and marginal farmers of India in September 2019. This is a pension scheme for farmers is being introduced as a social security to farmer. The Pradhan Mantri Kisan Mandhan Yojana will secure the lives of small and marginal farmers by providing a minimum pension of 3,000 rupees per month to those who have attained the age of 60. Those who fall in the age group of 18 to 14 years will be eligible to apply for the scheme. Under this scheme, the farmers will be required to make a monthly contribution of rupees 55 to 200 depending on their age of entry in the pension fund till they reach the retirement date of 60 years. The government will make an equal contribution of the same amount in the pension fund for the cultivators. Second scheme is Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana is an initiative of the government wherein 120 million small and marginal farmers of India with less than 2 hectares of land holding will get up to rupees 6,000 per year as a minimum income support. Prime Minister Kisan Samman Nidhi scheme has become operational since 1st December 2018. Under this scheme, cultivators will get rupees 6,000 in 3 installments. Third scheme is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. To resolve the problem of unpredictable nature of farming and prevent farmer suicide in the country, the government launched Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana in early 2016. It is a crop insurance policy with relaxed premium rates on the principal sum insured to farmers. The objective of the scheme is to provide insurance coverage, financially support in case of crop failure of notified crops as a result of natural calamities, pests and diseases, and encourage farmers to adopt innovative and modern agriculture practices, stabilize the income of farmers to ensure their continuance in farming and facilitate prompt claim settlement. This Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is an actuarial premium-based insurance scheme of notified crops under which farmer has to pay maximum premium of 2% for Kharif crops, 1.5% for Rabi food and oilseed crops, and 5% for annual commercial and horticulture crops, and remaining part of the actuarial or bidded premium is shared equally by the center and state government. The claim settlement must be within 2 months of harvest, subject to timely provision of both yield data and share of premium subsidy by the state government. Fourth scheme is Soil Health Card Scheme. Soil Health Card Scheme was launched in the year 2015 in order to help the state governments to issue soil health cards to farmers of India. The soil health cards gives information to farmers on nutrient status of their soil, along with recommendations on appropriate dosage of nutrients to be applied for improving soil health and its fertility. There are multiple benefits of soil health cards, like it is a nationwide program to improve soil health and providing information to the farmers on optimal dosage of fertilizer application to respective crops, and issue of 12 crore soil health cards for all the holdings once in a cycle of 2 years. And all 2.53 crore samples are collected and tested across the country in cycle 1 for the period 2015 to 2017, and 9.12 crore soil health cards distributed till 5th September 2017, and balance distribution is going on, and there is informed choices to the farmers on soil health for increasing productivity. So this is one of the beneficial scheme to check the soil status and improve the productivity. Fifth scheme is National Food Security Mission. National Food Security Mission is a crop development scheme of the Government of India. It was launched in August 2007 with an approved outlay of rupees 4,883 crores for period 2007 to 2012, and it was aims at restoring soil health and achieving additional production of rice, wheat and pulses by the end of 2011 to 2012. National Food Security Mission presently under implementation in 482 districts of 19 states of the country with a view to enhance the production of rice, wheat and pulses through different measures like through area expansion, productivity enhancement, restoring soil fertility, improving the productivity, creating employment opportunities and enhancing farm level economy to restore confidence of farmers. Now to study the strategies of National Food Security Mission. A strategy of the mission is to promote and extend improved technologies related to seed, micronutrients, soil amendments, integrated pest management and farm machinery, and resource conservation technologies along with capacity building of farmers with effective monitoring, better management in the high potential districts in order to bridge the yield gaps. During the 12th plan, it was proposed to include course cereals as well as in the mission, and emphasis would be on promotion of technologies adopting cropping system approach in identified clusters. Sixth scheme is Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana. It is implemented with a view to promote organic farming in the country. This scheme motivates farmers to use their cattle dung into fields as a fertilizer and reduce dependencies on other external fertilizers. To improve soil health and organic matter content and increase net income of the farmer so as to realize premium prices, the Yojana is in order to address the critical importance of soil and water for improving agriculture production. This Parampragat Krishi Vikas Yojana is mainly focusing on promotion of organic farming, where the aim is to form 10,000 clusters to be formed covering 5 lakh acre area in 3 years, 50 or more farmers to form a cluster of 50 acres of land to take up organic farming, every farmer to get rupees 20,000 per acre for production and distribution of produce, and creation of farmer links to the market and certification of organic produce. These days there are more demand of organic farming produce, and farmers will get the better prices. So it is one of the promotional scheme for the farmers. Seventh scheme is Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana. It was launched on 1st July 2015 with the motto of Har Khet Ko Pani for providing end-to-end solutions in irrigation supply via water sources, distribution network and farm level applications. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana not only focuses on creating sources for assured irrigation but also creating protective irrigation by harnessing rainwater at micro level through Jal Sanchay and Jal Sinchan to improve water use efficiency. Micro irrigation is to be popularized to ensure Har Khet Ko Pani, per drop more crop and watershed development. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana adopts a state level planning and projectized execution that allows a state to draw up their own irrigation development based on district irrigation plans and state irrigation plans. Eighth scheme is National Agriculture Market (NAM). It provides e-marketing platform at national level and support creation of infrastructure to enable e-marketing. There is a plan to create a nationwide online market for farm products by linking all mandis and agriculture market trading committees in the country. This innovative market process is revolutionizing agriculture markets by ensuring better price discovery. It brings in transparency and competition to enable farmers to get improved remuneration for their produce, moving towards one nation, one market. Ninth scheme is Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan. The government has approved a new umbrella scheme, Pradhan Mantri Annadata Aay Sanrakshan Abhiyan, which will provide minimum support price assurance to farmers. This scheme is aimed at ensuring remunerative prices to the farmers for their produce as announced in the Union Budget for 2018. The increase in minimum support price can improve farmers' income by strengthening procurement mechanism in coordination with the state governments. This scheme is focusing on 3 points. First one is Price Support Scheme, PSS. Physical procurement of pulses, oil seeds and copra to be done by central nodal agencies along with state governments. Central government to bear procurement expenditure and losses due to procurement up to 25% of production. Second is Price Deficiency Payment Scheme, PDPS, which will cover all oil seeds for which minimum support price is notified. Farmer will get direct payment of the difference between the MSP and the selling price. Third is Pilot of Service Procurement and Stockist Scheme, PDPS. Participation of private sector in procurement operations to be piloted. For oil seeds, a state have the options to roll out the scheme on pilot basis in selected districts, APMC involving private stockist. So, this was the scheme for the improving the income level of farmers. 10th scheme is Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana. This Yojana was launched in 2007-8 with an outlay of 27,447 crores in the 11th 5-year plan for incentivizing states to enhance public investment for taking up 5,768 projects across various sectors. Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana was launched in the 11th plan against a backdrop of faltering agricultural growth in the previous decades. It was designed as a state plan scheme with complete flexibility to the states to choose projects specifically tailored to their conditions for generating growth in agriculture and allied sectors. In the 12th plan, the entire Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana budget was proposed to be divided in 3 streams. First one, production growth, second is infrastructure, and third is assets, and special schemes of national importance in the ratio of 40/40/20. Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana were having the objectives. First one, to encourage states to allocate more funds for agriculture and allied sectors, and second, to incentivize states to generate additional growth in agriculture and allied sectors by better planning and undertaking appropriate growth-oriented projects. As a result of which, states' allocation to agriculture and allied sectors rose from 8,770 crores in the base year of 2006-7 to rupees 29,413 crores in the year 2011-12. So there was tremendous growth because of this scheme. 11th scheme is Rain-Fed Area Development Program. Rain-Fed Area Development Program was implemented as a sub-scheme under Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, and the aim of this scheme was to improve quality of life of farmers, especially small and marginal farmers, by offering a complete package of activities to maximize farm returns. Second, increasing agriculture productivity of rain-fed areas in a sustainable manner by adopting appropriate farming system-based approaches. Third, to minimize the adverse impact of possible crop failure due to drought, flood or uneven rainfall distribution through diversified and composite farming system. And fourth, restoration of confidence in rain-fed agriculture by creating sustained employment opportunities through improved on-farm technologies and cultivation practices. And fifth, enhancement of farmers' income and livelihood support for reduction of poverty in rain-fed areas. 12th scheme is National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture is one of the 8 missions under National Action Plan on Climate Change. It aims at promoting sustainable agriculture through climate change adaptation measures, enhancing agriculture productivity, especially in rain-fed areas, focusing on integrated farming, soil health management, and synergizing resource conservation. National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture is a programmatic intervention caters to mission deliverables that focuses mainly on conservation agriculture to make farm sectors more productive, sustainable, remunerative, and climate resilient by promoting location specific, integrated, and composite farming systems. There are various schemes under National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture like Rainfed Area Development, Sub-Mission on Agroforestry, Soil Health Management, परंपरागत कृषि विकास योजना, नेशनल रेनफेड एरिया अथॉरिटी, सोयल एंड लैंड यूज सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया, नेशनल सेंटर ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक फार्मिंग एंड मिशन ऑर्गेनिक वैल्यू चेन डेवलपमेंट इन नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन्स एंड सेंट्रल फर्टिलाइजर क्वालिटी कंट्रोल एंड ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट्स. 13th scheme is Micro Irrigation Fund. This is a dedicated micro irrigation fund created with NABARD, has been approved with an initial corpus of 5,000 crores, out of which 2,000 crores for 2018-19 and 3,000 crores for 2019-20 for encouraging public and private investment in micro irrigation. The main objective of the fund is to facilitate the states in mobilizing the resources for expanding coverage of micro irrigation. Micro irrigation fund would not only facilitate states in incentivizing and mobilizing resources for achieving the target envisaged under Prime Minister Kisan Sichai Yojana, but also in bringing additional coverage through a special and innovative initiatives by state governments. An advisory committee has been set up to provide policy direction and ensure effective planning, coordination and monitoring of the micro irrigation fund. 14th scheme is Kisan Credit Card. It was launched to facilitate access to short-term credit to farmers. This scheme was introduced in 1998-99. The scheme has gained popularity and its implementation has taken up by 27 cooperative banks and 196 regional rural banks throughout the country. And Kisan Credit Card has been issued to farmers, and it has received wide acceptability amongst bankers and farmers. Government of India revised operational guidelines on Kisan Credit Card, which were issued by NABARD to cooperative banks, RRBs and RBI to commercial banks in the year 2012. Banks were advised to devise suitable strategies to implement the scheme in a time-bound manner. Improvements in the guidelines over the earlier Kisan Credit Card scheme are done, and paper card to plastic card conversion took place, where the Kisan Credit Cards were used in the form of ATM-enabled debit card, and there were wider delivery channels and operations through branches, check facility, and ATM debit cards and mobile handsets, etc. There were more clarity in assessing credit cards and one-time documentation at first availment and thereafter simple declaration from second year needed, and moving towards assessing online land records and creation of charges. So these were the prime conditions for Kisan Credit Card to be issued. 15th scheme is Gramin Bhandaran Yojana. The objectives of this scheme is first to create scientific storage capacity with allied facilities in rural areas. Second, to meet the requirements of farmers for storing farm produce, processed farm produce and agriculture inputs. And third, promotion of grading, standardization and quality control of agricultural produce to improve their marketability. And fourth, prevent distress sale immediately after harvest by providing the facility of pledge financing and marketing credit by strengthening agricultural marketing infrastructure in the country. 16th scheme is National Watershed Development Project for Rainfed Areas. This scheme was launched in 1991 based on twin concept of integrated watershed management and sustainable farming systems. And the objectives are described as First, conservation, development and sustainable management of natural resources. Second, enhancement of agriculture production and productivity in a sustainable manner. Third, restoration of ecological balance in the degraded and fragile rainfed ecosystems by greening these areas through appropriate mix of trees, shrubs and grasses. And fourth, reduction in regional disparity between irrigated and rain-fed areas. And fifth, creation of sustained employment opportunities for the rural community including the landless. 17th scheme was Arya scheme. This was for attracting rural youth in agriculture. The scheme launched by making them skilled and make the state self-dependent in agriculture. Agriculture Technology Management and Training Atma will provide the training to the rural youth. From each village, 2 youths will be selected and trained on how to make the proper usage of barren and uncultivated land and inspired to grow pulses. 18th is Kisan Suvidha application. It is free mobile application that provides weather forecast for next 5 days, website information on prices of agriculture products at 15 nearby mandis, diseases likely to affect the crops, and advices from agriculture experts and dealers in agriculture equipment. 19th scheme was Direct Benefit Transfer or DBT. This is an attempt to change the mechanism of transferring subsidies launched by Government of India on 1st January 2013. This program aims to transfer subsidies directly to the people through their bank accounts. And 20th scheme is Neem Coated Urea. This scheme is initiated to regulate use of urea, enhance availability of nitrogen to the crop, and reduce cost of fertilizer application. Neem coated urea slows down the release of fertilizer and makes it available to the crop in an effective manner. The entire quantity of domestically manufactured and imported urea is now neem coated. It reduces the cost of cultivation and improves soil health management. 21st scheme is Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme. The Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries had launched a pilot scheme called as Venture Capital Scheme for Dairy and Poultry in the year 2005 to 6. The scheme aimed at extending support for setting up small dairy farms and other components to bring structural changes in the dairy sector. Later on, it was changed its name to Dairy Entrepreneurship Development Scheme, and the revised scheme came into operation with effect from 1st September 2010. And 22nd scheme is Livestock Insurance Scheme. Livestock Insurance Scheme is aimed at providing protection mechanism to farmers as well as cattle rearers against any eventual loss of animals because of death. The scheme also tells about the benefit of insurance of livestock to dairy farmers and popularizes it with the ultimate goal of attaining qualitative improvement in livestock and their products. 23rd scheme, National Scheme on Welfare of Fishermen. This scheme was launched to provide financial assistance to fishers for construction of house, community hall for recreation, and common working place. It also aims to install tube wells for drinking water and assistance during lean period through saving cum relief component. And 24th scheme is a scheme on fisheries training and extension. It was launched to provide training for fisheries sector so as to assist in undertaking fisheries extension program effectively. So this presentation was all about government schemes for agriculture development. Thank you very much. Now my presentation ends here. I have given here my YouTube channel details, Journey with Vijay Kumar Shrivastav. Having request, please visit the channel, subscribe it, and provide your kind and valuable feedback for further improvements. Thank you.